track wrestling in Daytona Beach, Florida at the NWCA Coaches Convention with new Wisconsin coach Chris Bono. 4 months on the job now, coming up on. What would you say are the biggest successes you've had to this point?
Well, just getting our team together. We've had a tragedy which was really hard for us, but getting to know the university, getting to know our strengths, how we're recruiting to the university, getting our team together, seeing how they tick. It hasn't been all smooth, getting to know guys, but it's been great. The transition's been great, and I think the guys are getting ready to go.
You're referring to Eli Stickley and the tragedy there, the loss of him. How have guys responded to that?
Some guys are still really hurting. It's some of them are real hurting, and like I've told them, some are upset how to handle it. And there's a lot of coaches have reached out, and there's no blueprint. I don't know how to handle it. Doing the best we can as a staff. Our administration's been unbelievable with support. They've got all the support they need in place, but it's been hard on a lot of people, especially the community. A lot of people knew Eli, and we're just trying to work through it, and our guys are doing the best they can.
How well did you get to know him during the short time you were around him?
Yeah, I was around him, through camps and the workouts, and met with him a couple times, and you know what? The first time I met him, I knew he was very special. And then, we spent a bunch of time for the week of camps we had together, and, we just knew he's a very special kid. He's the kid that just really rubbed off on you right away. So I didn't get to know him, years and years, but you sure do feel like you know him after you talk to him a couple of times and see how everybody else interacts with him. You can tell he's very, very special.
As you look forward to the team you're going to be coaching this year, who are some guys that have caught your eye during the first few months there?
Yeah, of course, Evan Wick. He's kind of the, we always say this in wrestling, your leaders are the guys that win. That's who everybody's looking at right now. He's done an unbelievable job. He's getting ready. Went over to Georgia and trained a little bit. Got some, foreign experience. And you look, he's competed in every tournament. Second at the U23s. He placed in the senior level. Went to the trials. He's done a great job. I'm really excited for our heavyweight, Trent Hilger. He's had a great spring. He's competing a lot. And then, right now, Jens Lands. He hasn't had a great career. He's going to be a senior at 133, but he went in the senior division at U.S. Open and placed. He placed at the U23s. Those guys have had a great spring and summer of training. All of our returning guys. Cole Martin's had a great spring and summer. But up and down the lineup, I'm excited. Ryan Christensen, we're looking to get the other Wick back on the mat. Our transfer, Connor Brown, is looking good at 125 pounds. And then, up and down the lineup, those are the guys that are returning. Those are the guys that have done a good job. Jake Kovacs has done a good job. So I'm excited to see them on a more consistent training basis, when we get into the, when we can actually really start training these guys hard and seeing how they respond. But we're going to have a good little squad, and we'll just see how they all interact with each other and how we can pull the best out of them.
You've managed to get some high-profile recruits in-state already. When you look at the state of Wisconsin, how strong is high school wrestling there, and how important is that to kind of lock down the borders?
Yeah, very strong. Very strong. You look at, we've had a couple of Fargo champions this year. We've got Askren and running an academy out of there. I've got Coach Owens running an academy right out of Madison that's really good. So they're doing a heck of a job of developing these kids. And I say two, I think there was 3 Fargo champions, one in the cadet division too. And they're doing a heck of a job with these young guys. So I'm excited about the state of Wisconsin. I'm excited about wrestling is great. High school wrestling is unbelievable. They're producing great kids, and we do have to lock the borders down, and we've got to make sure we get them all. We want every single one of them.
How much can you rely on the state of Wisconsin as far as recruiting goes? I mean, you have a national brand. People know the University of Wisconsin. But that being said, do you have a balance in mind of what you need, what the state can support?
Yeah, we want them all over. We've got the Wicks from California. We've got guys from Illinois. We're surrounded. We've got guys from Minnesota. We're surrounded by great wrestling states, but it is a national brand. We can go anywhere we want, and everybody knows that Motion W when we walk into the house. So we want the best possible kid from wherever they are. That's what we want, and whoever fits that academic model at Wisconsin, and whoever will fit our coaching philosophy, to come in and, you know, do the best they possibly can in all three areas of your life, you know, socially, athletically, and academically. So when we get that kid, it doesn't matter where they're from, but, you know, of course, you want that home state kid. You want to make sure that he's got that, you know, really the choice. Do you want to come to Wisconsin? We can do this, this, and this for you, you know, and make sure that that's number one on our list. But we can go all over the country to go get kids. I'm 100% positive of that.
You all settled in up there?
I am, but I haven't spent much time there. We're settled there, you know. I think we're counting 10 times in my own bed in the last month and a half. So we're running all over. We're promoting the program. Season tickets are flying. We opened it up last week. They're flying, you know, off. People are fired up about Wisconsin wrestling. Get your season tickets because they're not going to be there. You know, our mat side seats are flying away, and we have a new configuration, new lighting in the field house. It's going to be an experience to come watch us wrestle. So the state has supported us unbelievably in camps, our season tickets. We've had a bunch of meet and greets. They've come out in you know, in waves. So I'm excited to get this first match going. I think we're going to have a great crowd, and we're going to show these guys that we're here to wrestle.
Obviously, Reeder's been with you for a while. You bring in Matt McDonough. You mentioned Ben Askren. What are the new guys on your staff? What have they brought to the table? What have you learned about them?
You know, McDonough's a big name guy. You know, these kids want to come wrestle. A lot of them are coming for Matt McDonough to work out with them, to put them through workouts. You know, we got to give him a little more experience in recruiting. We got to give him some more experience. You know, sitting behind the desk. But in the room, the dude's unbelievable. You know, and he's in there training every day with our guys. He's got the you know, the background. He's got the proof of what he's done and how he's done it. So he's been unbelievable. As far as Ben running our RTC, these kids love Ben Askren. You know, these high school kids that are in our RTC love Ben, and he's got a great following. And Ben does a lot more too. You know, with him, you know, being associated to our RTC, the people in the state of Wisconsin have rallied behind him, and they know that we're serious about keeping the kids in state, and we're serious about producing world and Olympic champions right out of our room in Madison. Everybody knows, as far as John, he's been with me for, you know, I think this is our 5th or 6th year together, and you know, the best guy you'll ever meet. You know, one of the best assistant coaches in the country, and you know, he's a workhorse, and best person you'll meet again. You know, so his morals and philosophies are all in line with what we're trying to do, and you know, we're again looking forward to getting on the mat November 1st against Buffalo.
Coming out of a couple hours of meetings, officiating and rule stuff and legislation, what have been the biggest takeaways for you from what you've gone through down here in the last couple days?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, that keynote speaker we had yesterday was unbelievable. I really learned a lot about the business side of things and how you can really implement that in your program and produce leaders in your coaching staff and your athletes. That was unbelievable. As far as the rules and all that, no new rules this year. We're not in a rules year. The officiating, there's a lot of great things there too. You know, they're having a little education course of how to deal with an official, what they want to hear, and just excited, but you know, excited to be around all these coaches, picking their brains, and just trying to learn to be, you know, the best possible coach I can become, and how to bring all this stuff back to my coaches as well as our team.